What's up? It's me again, Natasha Bryant, and I'm here to give you lesson number 4. Can you believe it? We are halfway through this 8-part series, Lessons for Authentic and Purpose-Driven Living. If you are already watching lesson number 4 and you have not subscribed already, let's take a moment, pause, because you've already invested halfway through this lesson, this part series, this 8-part series. And so I'm going to need for you to pause and just hit the subscribe button because you're obviously enjoying and liking what I'm giving. So subscribe to this YouTube channel, the Speak Life Transformation TV YouTube channel. Make sure you like this video and all the other videos you've watched on this channel. Share it. And here's a reminder, if you don't remember who I am, I'm a psychotherapist. I'm a confidence mindset coach, a keynote speaker, and I'm here to help you unapologetically walk in your purpose, show up as your authentic self so you can live your best life as your best self. So let's go into lesson number 4. Well, that's 8, but 4. Lesson number 4, which is finding your purpose. Now, I really wanted to attack this because through my work with my clients, this is often a question that they don't know the answer to. And that's normal. That's totally normal. If you don't even know what your purpose is, if you think you know your purpose is, but you're not sure, all of that is okay. It's part of life. Trust me. Like I really, to be honest, just really started to really activate and the purpose that I know what's within me. And let me tell you, once you find it, it's life changing. And this is why I'm here, because I want you to get to a place where you are where I'm at, where you're activating your purpose, you're walking into it, you're doing it unapologetic because you know this is why I'm here on this earth and I'm tapping into it regardless of what other people think, right? So let me help you figure out what your purpose is. Let's start with like the misconception. I don't really know if it's a misconception, but it's this idea that when we think about what purpose is, what is purpose? Sometimes there is a limited view of what a purpose is, and not in a bad way. It's often seen as these two main components, right? Your purpose is something that you do well and something that brings fulfillment. Right? That's what your purpose is, right? If you're able to figure out what you do well and what brings you fulfillment, that's your purpose. And not saying those two components aren't part of what makes purpose or what makes you define what your purpose is, because those two components are facts in developing the idea of what your purpose is. But there's a third component that many times we don't think about. And this third component is that whatever it is that you're doing, it has an impact on the world and others. When you think about what it means to like walking your purpose is beyond you. Those first two components are really just focusing on you, what you do well and what brings you fulfillment, right? But the reason why it brings fulfillment is because you're recognizing, you can feel how what you're doing is changing lives, is having a positive impact on others, having a positive impact on the world. And that's when you recognize it's your purpose. Your purpose is not really about you. Your purpose is a gift, a God-given gift, a talent, a skill set that is impacting other people in positive ways. That's why it feels fulfilled. That's why you feel fulfilled when you're doing it. That's why it brings a level of excitement and joy. It's beyond happiness. It's joy when you're tapping into your purpose. And it's because it's beyond you. You recognize this is bigger than me. Your purpose is bigger than you. And it doesn't just impact you, it impacts the world. That's how you figure out what your purpose is. So it's 3 of those components. Something that you're good at, right? That you recognize this is something that I really do well and it brings me fulfillment. And when I do it, it has a positive impact on people and in the world. That's what purpose is, right? And part of recognizing your purpose or finding your purpose is knowing what your passions are, knowing what your strengths are, and what your core values are as well. And I'm not going to go into detail with that because I went into detail in lengthy detail in lesson number 2. So if you haven't watched lesson number 2 or completed the challenge in lesson number 2, pause this, or you can watch it, but you have to watch lesson number 2, because lesson number 2 and complete the challenge. Because what I do is I tell you specifically what passions are, specifically what core values are, specifically how to find your strengths and what those things are, how to find your passions, how to find your core values and define them. And the challenge is defining them, right? So do the exercise. If you haven't done it, do the exercise within lesson number 2. Watch the video so you know how to do it and how to figure out who you are at the core, right? If you did watch lesson number 2 and you completed the exercise, what I want you to do is I want you to go back to that. Wherever you wrote it, it was on paper, a journal, a notepad, electronically, wherever you wrote it, bring it back up. And I want you to review what you listed as your core values, your passions, your strengths, things that you're good at, things you do well, right? And I want you to think about this. I want you to think about, how do you feel? How do you see yourself? What kind of impact do you have on others when you tap into those passions, when you engage in those strengths, when you honor your core values? What comes up for you in those moments? Because when you recognize that, you begin to understand your why. And defining and knowing your why then helps you define and understand and know your purpose. And so this was a short one because it's really honestly on the reflection of a lot of the work that we did on lesson number 2. Because your purpose isn't just like, oh, bam, this is my purpose, I got it, right? No, you have to do some internal deep dive work, some reflection, that introspection on what it is for you. What are your passions? What are your values? What are your strengths? When you tap into those, when you engage in those, when you honor those, right? How do you feel? How do you see yourself? What kind of impact is it having on other people? And then that can help you understand your why. That can help you understand your purpose. So that's your challenge. It's really short. This one's a short one. So again, go back to lesson number 2. Watch it again. Maybe you watched it, but you just need to go back and watch it again to have a better understanding of those three areas: passions, core values, and strengths, right? Complete the exercise. Go back, review the exercise. Really reflect on the feelings you have, how it shapes and influences how you see yourself, the impacts it has on other people when you engage in those. And use that to then define your why. My why is because fill in the blank. And I always have a freebie. It is that free training. Make sure you take advantage. If you haven't taken advantage of it by now, hello, it's free. It's a short video, something that it will not take up a whole lot of your time, but it will fulfill you with a lot of strategies that will connect with a lot of things we're talking about today, that will help you continue to learn how to be authentic and be bold with your purpose, right? Now that you're able to really figure out what your purpose is, hello. If anything, the training is going to be helping you even more, because now you're going to be able to define what your purpose is, so you can start living your best life as your best self. So click the link in the show notes below. Visit speaklifetransformation.com to learn more about me and the services that I provide. If you're looking for some therapy services, if you live in PA and or New Jersey, or if you want to work with me on coaching level and you want to get more direct one-on-one service, or through my memberships group services on how to really start living authentically and walking your purpose, again, those links to therapy and or the coaching services will be in the show notes as well. Subscribe. Hello, subscribe. If you didn't subscribe already, take a moment to hit subscribe so you can be able to get access to all the other videos I'm going to drop. We still have lessons 5, 6, 7, and 8, y'all. We're not done yet. We're not done. And so other people can also get access to this as well. And as always, make sure you be bold, be safe, and speak life.